I'm kind of annoyed. For one thing, I just realized just how little I pay attention to this YouTube channel. I just realized that like 3 of my streams over the last 3 years or 2 years, 3 of the streams are lost forever because YouTube just didn't process them properly. So I noticed that, and then I'm having technical difficulties with my microphone, with my webcam. So now I'm just working off of my default mic and webcam for my MacBook. Anyway, I'm really tired. It's midnight here. Uh, Basically, second day of the year, starting the second day of the year. And I realized that a lot of the stuff I've shared, I'm doing this for documentary purposes to remember and look back and see how this journey has gone for me. And I'm realizing that bits and pieces of my story are gone. So that's annoying. I forgot to do this last week, so that's also annoying. But it's okay. All right, so this is technically January 2nd over here in Taiwan by a couple minutes, but I am giving the December update for 2025. Happy New Year, but we'll pretend it's not yet. So what happened in December? Actually, December was a mildly disappointing month. A lot of things ended up getting canceled. Let's start with that corporate training that I was hired to do. Ended up, it's a long story, but basically our entire team got fired for the job, in a sense. So I didn't do that this month. Like I said, long story, really had nothing to do with me. I was given the opportunity to do it, to still do it if I wanted to. But my friend, who was the reason why I was doing it, he wasn't going to be a part of it anymore. So I hesitated. I didn't really know if I should, and so I ended up not doing it. There was an Electro Monk show supposed to be at the end of this past month, December 27th, I think. Electro Monk show that got canceled. Project Maximus Acoustic, we were supposed to get back together this month. We had one show lined up, which was a pretty fairly, for what we're talking about. It was a big show. Would have been a first time venue for me. And then we ended up getting the boot as well, because this really big, apparently the Taiwan big band orchestra or something was available as like this brass ensemble that I guess is somewhat famous, and they suddenly were available that weekend, and the venue wanted them to perform instead of us. Totally understandable, but basically we were unlucky, and we were asked, could we please, if we don't mind, look at dates in the spring instead of December. So we that didn't work out, and then there were several other potential shows for our acoustic trio that were close to happening, and then I just when this show fell through, then it was just like, I don't know. I don't really know if that's what I want to do anyway. I like playing with Joe, and I like our acoustic trio, but the full band is so much more exciting for me. And so it would take a lot of work and effort to get the trio together, and to do it for just like a one-off show in December, I just wasn't as excited about. I do eventually want to have things so that I can come in and out of the acoustic versus full band from day to day, and it's fine. But we're not there yet. So just wait for it to happen organically. So yeah, Electro Monk, Project Maximus, and my corporate gig, all three were canceled. So I'm not even sure what I did. Let me look. So I had one show, but let me see if there's anything else. No, that was it. So I just had one show in December, but it was awesome. So just one show at Red Room, Project Maximus, full band. And on top of that, also Lily, we asked Lily to open for us. And then Lily asked me to do a song with her. So at first I was hesitant. And then like a couple hours later, I was like, what the hell, Max, what are you talking about? Just say yes, of course, do it. You won't, always want to play with Lily. So I said yes. Um, and ended up actually convincing her to do two songs, one of our songs together, and then one song that was her song, but I've learned it before. So yeah, we played two songs together. It was very fulfilling. It was fun. Um, and the show was great, and it was a lot of fun for Project Maximus full band. Um, a lot of the band members said that this was our best show, which it clearly was because we had really crappy shows up until then. But it was clearly our best show. But they all said that there was also, for me, it was my best show. I really like turned the corner in my performing, and maybe that's true. I still think I have a long way to go, but sure, I have turned the corner. Um, we started filming the documentary some more with Fan Fan, and so I've shared a lot of my thoughts in the documentary. But I'll just say, yeah, I have turned a corner. It's like I still have a long way to go. I know there's a lot to work on, but it's like there's tiers to this, and now I'm in a new tier, and so a lot of the issues and concerns that I used to deal with all the time are no longer there, and I just have new issues and concerns to deal with. But it's about taking things to the next level. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with where Project Maximus is. I'm a little. I guess if there's something I could change, it would be that I wish I could snap my fingers and get the shows that I want, the exact shows that I want, exactly when I want them. I'm still very much a self manager, so I have to do all the legwork myself and push and contact venues and festivals on my own. Um, so I can only dream of the day when this stuff kind of happens without me pushing, or I have a management who does it. So we'll see. I mean, I think I'm sure I'll get there eventually. I just wish it could be faster. So yeah, let's just move on. Um, Look ahead. Well, okay. One more thing from December. I heard from the Fulbright scholar program, and yay, I was recommended to move on past the peer review. So I don't know. I think that it gives me a roughly 50-50 chance. I'm now a semifinalist, and I'd say I reckon I have a 50-50 chance to ultimately um, receive the grant and the award. And this right now is in the hands of the U.S. State Department and the Fulbright Commission and the country South Korea, which is where I applied for. So um, all those different parties will review and decide whether I will be writing K-pop music and and working with songwriters and pop stars over in Korea. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that was a positive. That was definitely a positive. It was a very nice surprise when I got recommended. I was very pessimistic, to be honest, as I was waiting for the results. So. All right, so looking forward, Electric Monk, we have another show January 10th. So this weekend we have rehearsal. It'll be the first rehearsal since I don't remember September, October, whenever we played last. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing the guys again. We're gonna add two new songs to our set list. Um, so we have this show on January 10th in Taoyuan, and then March 14th we've already booked Electric Monk again for this this festival in Hsinchu. That's March 14th, and then I've also booked Project Maximus touring with Suit Yourself down in Hangchuan. So we're gonna do hopefully what ends up being three shows, March 20 and 21st, um, down there. So that's what I have to look forward to. I think the good thing is that Project Maximus will continue to grow. The full band will continue to grow. We added a new song. I think I don't remember if I talked about that last month or not, but my song called "Tonight" from the Opus One album. I rewrote the lyrics in Chinese mostly, and it it just suits the current set list that we have so well. It fits right into all the songs. So I really wanted to play it. I rewrote the words, and it did. It fit right in. I think it could become the uh, the star of our set, maybe potentially. I know my kids sing the song all the time, like literally every day for 30 minutes. They're singing the song. So I'm kind of sick of it, but it's fun to play. It was super fun to perform. Um, yeah. So hopefully everything's slow. Everything's always slow, but hopefully Project Maximus full band continues to improve, and then we get gigs. I'm applying for festival. I'm gonna try and get Veggie Fest this year. I'm gonna try and get the Jade Music Festival um, here in Taipei. Although I just noticed today that they probably will fall on the same weekend. So doesn't mean I can't do both. If I get accepted to perform at both festivals, I can tell them, just don't have them on the same, have my set on the same day or at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna apply for Tainan May Jam as well. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else to share. It's been a slow month. It's been a huge and busy month on the business front. So I guess that's replaced some of my activities since the music has been a bit slow this past month. But yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. I'm hoping the band continues to grow. I'm excited about that. Haven't gotten the audio recordings yet from Red Room, but I'm fingers crossed that they sound good, and then I'll be able to start using those recordings um, for our I don't know, just applications to things. So yeah, hope that's. I hate having a lot of dead air time, but I guess I will glance really quickly to see if there's anything else. Um, shows, learning how to perform, all the usual. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I have much else to add. Oh yeah, I mean, so there are girls. So I think this was December. I reached back out to Izzy. I may have talked about Izzy last year. I performed with her in September last year. She's a really great sort of I don't know. She's a great female vocalist, and songwriter, and it's like sort of pop, hip hop, reggae feel. Um, and for some reason, we had a communication issue on Messenger, and I thought she was like in person, she told me she loved my songs and wanted to perform with me. But then in Line Messenger, she was ignoring me. And I thought maybe I had done something to offend her. I really didn't know what it could be, but it was weird. And I even, anyway, yeah, I just thought something was wrong. And she didn't want to work with me. And that's fine. Not everybody has to work with me or has to want to work with me. So I just moved on. But in the back of my mind, I always wondered why was she like so positive to my face, and I always carried this with me. Like this was one of my badges of rejection. That I was like, yeah, let me get rejected and I can take it and just keep moving on. But in the back of my mind, I was like, why not? So anyway, I finally I saw her for some reason on Instagram, so I was like, I'm gonna follow her on Instagram. She's a great singer. And then she followed me back right away, and so I thought, "Oh, okay, maybe." I wasn't expecting her to follow me back, you know? I'm, like, hardly using Instagram and stuff, and she's, like, you know, she's a performer, mini celebrity on Instagram, so I, um, I was just following her just to see what she's up to. I wasn't expecting her to follow me back, so when she did right away, then I was like, "Oh, she does remember me, and she's not, like, pissed off or something, I don't know." So then I messaged her, and then somehow then on Instagram, the messaging was way more positive again. Well, I shouldn't say more positive, it was positive, whereas previously she just ignored me in the lineup. So maybe it was just silly of me to not try to reach out to her over the past year. And so yeah, we've kind of made arrangements and we want to like work on stuff together. She's open to singing my songs, and I'm happy to work on new music with her. So that's another thread of possibility. And at my last show, I met another Taiwanese singer who um, also is making. She seems to have a big following and seems quite amenable to collaborating. So right there, I have three possible collaborators for the future. Oh, I said three. I'm including Lily, I guess, and it's actually four because there's this girl who's in Taichung, who's also a good singer. I think a really good songwriter, and so I'd love to collaborate with her. But yeah, so that makes four. But in her case, she's in Taichung, so that's one difficulty to overcome. And then secondly, I don't know. I mean, you never know how collaborations can and should work, but in her case, I feel like it's an even larger divide because her style, I really respect it and I like it, and I'd love to work with her, but I don't see how we mesh. But that said, then maybe that's great. Maybe I shouldn't know how it will work, and then you just go into it, and then magic happens. I don't know. So okay. Anyway, four possible people to collaborate with, who are singers in Taiwan who are doing their thing, trying to make it, and that's what I want. I want to work with musicians who are out there and trying to make it. All right. That's about it, I think, right? I don't know. I don't, yeah. I feel like there should be a lot more to talk about, but there hasn't been. Yeah, I guess that's just the way it is. December was slow, and I'm slowing down. I'm not performing as much, uh, somewhat intentionally, or I should say, I'm intentionally not trying to like get as much on my plate as possible, which used to be my thing. I was like, yes, if I don't have this, and this for the next couple weeks lined up, then something's wrong. Well, now I'm okay with not having stuff. I think it's ebbs and flows, and I've reached the stage where I've my personal satisfaction is is my thirst has been quenched for performing, and now I just want good performances. Whereas in the past, I had this desire to perform, and I got a high off of the performance. I gained something from it. I learned something. There was always multiple feedback loops that were positive that made me want to just take whatever performances I could. Now that's been reduced greatly, and so I just want to pursue important performance performance opportunities. All right, I think we'll leave it at that. That makes sense. That's something to grab a hold of, and it's very true. That's how I feel now. I'm not trying to perform all the time. I'm just trying to get quality opportunities. So, all right, that is that. Oh, and I started playing pickleball. Started playing pickleball. So now, yeah, I don't know what that has to do with music, but later.